Hey guys, well, looky here. She's got herself a room. Let's see what happened.
She studied dozens of early Quranic manuscripts, and even though there are similarities when it comes to the handwriting on these leaves, there are also some specific differences.
Fidelity decides to have the pages carbon dated, and the results are astonishing.
Not only are the pages old,
That's 12,
pieces of the Quran that we have in existence.
13,
The carbon dating says that
14.
somewhere between 568 and 645 AD.
That's 15, I think. Hello, everybody. We did end up getting picked up. We didn't get very far, but we made some miles, and now I'm where the 69 turns from west to south. So at least I'm to the road where it makes the correct direction, heading out of Michigan. So a few miles each day is all I've made. It took me actually giving up and going to the hotel and trying to check in, and they're like, we don't care if we said 3, it's not happening, we're full. But their vacancy lights still lit up, and I'm like, is this because I walked up with my bag? And they're like, oh no, we just happened to fill all the way up and we didn't take a vacancy light down, and we're still all sitting in the office and waiting. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to put it on my social media. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. You guys did this exact thing to me, so I'm just going to put it out there like, you know. But anyway, we went back to the on-ramp after they said that, and I just took me and her and walked down the on-ramp, and once we got to the end of the on-ramp, a car whose license plate was 666 pulled over and picked us up and gave us the most kindest ride all the way to Lansing. He even went out of his way. Oh, it was beautiful afterwards. I would not have met him and had the blessing that I did had I been able to stay there at the Roach Coach. It was just happened to be the only motel. There was no other like public housing that you could rent and at all in that town. So I'm like, oh great. And I'm watching that storm clouds all rolling in, and I'm like, no, not today, Satan, not today. So I grabbed that bag and walked my butt all the way down there in pain, pulling that bag, tears rolling down my face. But he never could have seen that because I'm walking with the ramp on the highway, and he just drives up behind me and pulls up, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, really? I see it in my number, like my birthday adds up to that. My social security adds up to that. I have no fear of that. I mean, if so, then somebody would have fear of me, and I'm like, I'm not really that much to fear. I think that, there are a lot of fear-mongering things out there in the world, and I think those numbers happen to be part of the fear-mongering. For all we know, it could be a good omen, but, people have intervened a little bit. Yes, I know, right? And they had been there since I got up that morning. It wasn't like they were just moving away and going away. And somebody was on there, I just checked the radar, it says it's clear. And I'm like, and you can't see the camera, though. So you can check the radar, but you can't see what's in the camera right here. This place did put a hold on a deposit, and so I am glad that y'all accidentally went over, or else I wouldn't have had the money to cover the room plus the deposit of the room. And it won't be coming back to me right away. They said maybe 5 days to return it. But I had already gotten a ride all the way here, so I'm like, it is what it is. This is the sign. I'm getting it. The sky is still like this, and we're on the right path. There's the highway that we're going on, so it's gonna be fine. It's fine. Oh, and you're not in here being rude? So you've been rude for way too long. And stop punishing yourself, dearie. If you run across stuff you don't like, you don't have to be mean to others. That's right. So sweet of you to stop in here and show us your disposition. Because if you don't like it, it's not allowed in this world. Oh my, let's just stamp your ass and make you president. I mean, you came in here and started that. Come on, Buttercup. You're obviously not the one helping support the engagement. You're trying to bring it down. So it's got nothing to do with you, huh? Well, y'all gotta let me get some of the energy before you go slapping them out of here. We did have, it was a little bit of a conundrum with the mindset that was going on, but then we made it. It's fine. We got it. Yeah, in about a week, I'll have money going, where did this come from? And it'll be that deposit. Maybe that's what we put back for the car then.
So someone gave her, I'm guessing, or multiple people, whatever, money for the room, plus had to kick out a deposit. You know, I can understand wanting to travel and all this stuff, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're not, when do you start staying in hotels all the time? She never did this before. And if you're to the point where you're in too much pain, then I think it's time to retire from traveling.
I am happy to be inside. We're out of the weather. Last night was a rough night, but only because of the ground. Maybe the roots underneath the sleeping bag were a bit of a bother. Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. We always are trying to. In my pocket, since I made that mistake and threw the bag in the back of a truck once, now I keep the mace, the pepper spray, right in my pocket. So we put it on a ring and it just kind of is attached in our pocket now.
But that's kind of not what she said 2 days ago. 2 days ago, when the man came over and asked her, did she have a knife? Did she have protection? She said, I have mace. It's in my bag. And her bag was about 20 feet away from her, packed up, leaning up against a sign.
Ran out while I was on live.
Now she keeps it in her pocket.
We didn't get the room, so I'm like,
that's a little contradictory.
God's with us. We got this. We got mace and we got God. We're it's gonna be fine. And since nobody was picking me up on the overpass, and I'm like looking, there's 2 exits, one from different directions right there off of the overpass. So you can go 2 different ways to get on the same side of the highway going west. And I was like, oh, I see this. Only one of them was a roundabout. So I just kind of cut across all the lanes and went down the one that was straight out so that there wasn't this swirly that me and Bella are caught in while people are trying to steer their car on a hairpin. Thank you, William. Yeah, it was a little bit, just maybe a wee little bit of a anxious type day today. No, I got it. We're in. I did it. We made it all the way here. Somebody picked us up. I sent you that message after we got picked up, and I'm like, I'm on my way to this place. But I didn't know what they would charge for the deposits and stuff like that. And people were donating, but I didn't have much donated over what it was. And then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And I don't know who it is. No, Annette. Annette sent an extra like $30 or 20 or $30, and that just made enough for me to cover the room and the deposit on the room. But then this place is like, you won't get your deposit back for a week. And I'm like, okay, so tomorrow is ground zero. We got this. We're doing it. I'm further. Now I'm where 69 isn't west, but it goes south instead. So that puts me on the right spot. Hey, you survived the ordeal from a few days ago in Michigan. I'm still in Michigan. I'm still surviving it. Hi, Jane. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jane. Yeah, it did work out. I mean, it was like I was going down that on-ramp. I crossed over the highway overpass, and I seen that hairpin turn one, and I thought that was the lane that goes in my direction. It totally is, but only from that side of the overpass. Coming from the other side of town, there's a chute instead of that hairpin turn thing. And so I seen that over there. I'm like, oh, bet we can walk down that one. So I just kind of crossed me and her over the highway and started going down that chute. What is Eat Super? I don't know what that is. Eat supper. We ate lunch. So we're fine. My phone did die, but whenever he picked me up, he let me plug it into his charger. So I was hitchhiking with no phone. My phone did die. That hotel did not let me rent a room, so I couldn't charge it up. And I was just like, well, let's stay out here another night at that truck stop in the woods and no phone and no nothing, or just go ahead and go for it. And then I was like, come on, God, let's do this. And I had tears rolling down my face. We're getting this. We're getting it. But he pulled up behind me, and he was already kind of off to let the other cars pass him. And then he drove around me. I didn't realize there was somebody behind me on the side. He went around me, and that's whenever I seen his license plate said 666. And I was like, I can take that as a hint. Let's go. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yes, it worked out perfectly. I'm glad that you're there for me a lot of these times. I'm also pretty proud that I got it done myself this time too. Thank you so much. Hi, Sky. Or y'all can just do that and get me a car. I'm pretty sure that's what I need most, and it gets me out of this traffic and highway stuff and hitchhiking and always having to have a hotel. These things are expensive. If I just had a minivan again or something that had room to put a twin size mattress in it, I would never be up in these hotels. Takes too long to get. Oh, does it? I've never done those. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Everybody I've heard says that they charge too much out of what you're collecting, and since it's needed funds, it doesn't make sense that they're doing it like that. kind of like TikTok with these stickers. Like I only get 39 point something percent of the funds that go to the stickers. So TikTok actually keeps 60% of it almost, unless I earn extra bits by moving up in these leagues.
It just came out of the restaurant. This is incredible.
This thing is a lifesaver.
And you don't collect it. Time goes in on Sunday, but you don't collect it until Wednesday. I think today is Saturday, so I have Sunday is whenever it shuts off. So if y'all are doing stickers and that's how you donate and show your love, please do that today because tomorrow it resets. Let me see. Checking in on you. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Yes, I did get into a room. We're out of the elements for today. Everything's beautiful. I have a hot bathtub I'm going to be able to use. Correct, Kimmy. Correct. That's why I just informed decision on what you're spending, though. I'm not downing it. I'm just putting information out there. Always on the truth. Bella and I split a sub sandwich today. So we definitely ate. I had 2 cups of coffee this morning, and I don't know how it happened, but at McDonald's, I ended up getting a free cup of coffee. I can't tell y'all any tips about it because I don't know how I got it. Can you do laundry? It is quite possible that I can. It is very possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wash that sleeping bag though, but I can get my clothes clean. I even looked up a bus ticket, and from here to down in Missouri, it's only $100. But even whenever I go down there, I mean, I don't really know where I'm going down there. I can visit my family for a few days, maybe a week or so. But I have a feeling with how everything's going, that's just not going to end up right either. No, I'm not in Perry, Michigan. I posted that because I was leaving Perry, Michigan, so I'm not there. I'm in a much bigger city.
It's about the size of an envelope. He unfolds it and he realizes it's the Declaration of Independence. He doesn't think much of this as
Yeah.
it's the Declaration of Independence, and there were copies of this everywhere.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can go visit my friend Renee, and that's where my winter garments are.
Founding fathers.
He has a friend who's a bit of a history buff who encourages him to go and get it.
Yeah, that's what happened. I got upset about that motel telling me that we couldn't do anything until 3, and then I get over there at 2:30 to make sure that it's not booked up and their vacancy sign is still on, and I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. I go up there and they're like, oh, no, we're already all booked. Are you Jennifer? Then you can't have a room. And I'm like, what is this? They said, we're just booked. It's just, we're booked. And I'm like, but your vacancy sign is on. She goes, oh, no. Who'd you talk to? No, we're booked. I can guarantee that that is not happening, Alan.
It has a Philadelphia
Hello, Don from Tennessee.
copies that evening to carry the news of independence out to the people.
Over the next few days, they're distributed to several
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely be okay to visit and to see my grandkids and my kids. But there is no way I'm going to be yelled at by my child and then sit there and continue to bicker and argue. And domain is the thing. It is definitely her place, and therefore I'm just not going to mince the words.
to hide it from the British. Most of the Dunlap copies are owned by institutions, mostly in America, a few in the UK. But this is only
What would?
in private hands. So when it goes
Yeah. I love to see them. I do. I do. Yeah, it is their round to do this, and me intercepting when it's not wanted is not okay. Oh, thank you so much, Knight. Yes, no matter how much I tried to get them kids to call me Grandma TT Lala, then they won't do it, just Grandma. And it's not Grandma. They call me Grandma. I got them Southern kind of kids. It's Grandma. Thank you so much, Don. But I wanted to be TT Lala, and they would not get the hang of that. They're like, what are you talking about, Grandma? I'm like, it's Grandma. And they're like, okay, Grandma. Got some of them Southern ones. I got a ride out of Perry and to another town that had many more hotels. Just this is the cheapest one I found. We only have custody of 2 of them. One is in Louisiana and he is in CPS custody. Well, I think that he was put with foster family, and things that I heard over the phone between him and his brother talking did not sound good. But I have no choice to get custody of that one because now I live like this and don't have an address. Their little sister was adopted by her other grandparents, and so she's there. And we do not have access and communication with her. But I did get one of my oldest daughter's kids to Missouri before all of this went down. Yeah. And that's okay. As soon as this all comes together and that the meek shall inherit the earth thing happens, yeah, then we're just going to go down and we're going to get all of them. Including the oldest daughter who is doing whatever she's doing. I didn't get to raise her. I had her whenever I was 17, and after she was 3, her grandparents gave me a paper and said, her grandpa got a really good job on an offshore oil rig. Wouldn't you like to have health insurance on her so you could take her to a doctor? And I'm like, yes, thank you, please. And their son was not helping out. He was busy running the roads and raising hell. And so I signed the paper thinking that it was definitely medical, because why would they trick me? I trusted them. And they took custody of her. Yeah. And it is her oldest son that my younger daughter has right now living with her, so her nephew. Yes, of my oldest daughter, yes. I actually have 3 children, not just the 2 younger ones that I raised. I have an older one. Yeah, I was working commercial fishing, and then in the mornings I would work commercial fishing, and whenever I would get off from that, then it was time to rest because I had a barroom job after that.
Now, as far as I know, that I can remember, all of her children are grown. So when she's saying the younger ones, they're still grown.
And so they were babysitting her quite a bit, but because their son wasn't involved on a regular basis. Yeah, and it wasn't even a power of attorney. It was an actual lawyer document. We were sitting in the lawyer office. The lawyer was in on the lie. Right.
So, I mean, wouldn't that raise some suspicions of why you're there, what you're signing? You never ever sign anything before you read it. Okay? You don't go by what someone says. You sit there, I don't care if it takes you 5 hours to read a document. Okay? Don't ever sign anything you don't read.
I didn't just sign a paper at their house. We went down to the lawyer's office. The lawyer had it all done this way. Yeah. Really? Yeah, that's just freaking... And in our family, this, you know how your family passes down things that is told from their family before and before, so that it keeps going in the generations. So in our family, it's the oldest daughter of the oldest daughter is going to make a difference in this world to make the balance of the world come back together. And it's to help the people that are being held down at the lowest level, and it's when you lift that lowest level, it's like turning a pond. The bottom turns over, and then it's time to start fishing and stuff. That's kind of what it's like in our family's legacy that they pass on. And she... Why are you lagging? Am I lagging? I don't know. The Wi-Fi says it's fully boosted. I am. I don't know how to fix that. This is a nice hotel and it has pretty good Wi-Fi. So I don't know why I'm lagging. A little bit. It might skip in and out. I've heard of a lot of people having phone issues right now. Anyway, I am the oldest daughter of the oldest daughter. And yes, I do know that family. Yes, I do know Mom was aunt. Yes, I do. And that the same thing happened to my biological mother, and the grandparents took custody of me and then gave custody of me to the younger daughter, because, you know, the oldest daughter in our family seems to have the issues. Has it, Dreamweaver? Yeah. I'm just glad that I've got enough charge on my phone right now, some Wi-Fi. I can tell everybody I'm safe. I'm inside. Thank you so much for being there for me. I know that Kit Kat was awfully worried, and I got her messages, but there was just no way for me to get a text out. Let me see. They're making a bunch of changes happening next week, I think. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're changing TikTok again. The last time they did this, I went to a 0 on the stickers and being able to create income and stuff. And I'm like, I was doing good. How did this happen? I thought living on that $50 or so a week I was making on TikTok was living it up at that time, and then they changed it and I had nothing. No, I don't have time to work on more than one channel. I'm not going to overload my own self. If you want to see me, you got to come here to TikTok. That's it. Once they shut TikTok down, go over there and find me. Oh, stop using that arm. Go over there to YouTube and I'll make my channel there if TikTok gets shut down. I'll try to keep the same name too. So my name is Tracy's New Hope. Oh man. You mean no more being a content creator and collecting funds from those that believe in? You mean you go to work for 3 years and you don't collect any check? He went into office and didn't take his check. I mean, just answer me if you can hear the office and complain that they offered internet and don't have steady internet. I don't think their internet connection is outside. Did you make it to Atlanta? That's good. I'm glad you made it there. Yeah, it might be weather related. There are a lot of bad looking clouds out there. Perry is a tiny place. It only had that one motel. That's why I took off and went to a place that had more options. Is that it? 5.5 hours? I'm still in Michigan, Francis. Did you block that person? What person? I haven't blocked anybody. No, I got things. Oh, things. Nice too compared to the cold and stormy weather outside. Anyway, the person that picked me up is an Uber driver. It was an Uber driver that picked me up hitchhiking. Yeah, I don't think that anybody needed it to be blocked yet. I haven't seen anything yet, though. Maybe they're talking about Ella's. I don't understand what you're talking about. I ate lunch today. We did eat today. This room costed a bit for the deposit, and I'm not going to get it back for a week now. So they said that it could take 5 days to get the deposit already had. And then I didn't realize about there being a deposit. And so I am so glad that they sent that over because they're ended. I'll probably need it by then. I don't know. I'd really like to start a car fund, but it seems like every time I start a car fund, it just goes away. I had some saved, but then, you know, visiting Ella didn't help. The 20 each that gave me that 40, so I had it for the deposit here. This hotel room was a little that hairy, but it worked out. It was all on my card whenever we ran it. They said that she seemed to think because it's some kind of prepaid card that it would take a week. I hope it's back by Monday, maybe Tuesday. I mean, they didn't give me a ride. I didn't get a ride from a white man. You mean the man that gave me the Old Roy dog food? Bella cannot eat that stuff, and there's no reason for me to carry extra poundages. But he also gave us water, and that is useful. As long as it's not 20 pounds of water, it's very useful. Simply pulling over and offering a hitchhiker water is a blessing. Yeah, but I can't feed Bella things that make her skin itchy so that she pulls all of her hair out again. Because, I mean, first of all, she's miserable. And second of all, whenever the cops pull up and they see a dog missing half their hair, they're going to call out the, what are they called? The dog pound, you know? Yeah, they're going to call them out to come check out the situation. And I don't need any of that. So she needs to be as healthy as possible while we're traveling so that I can stay out of trouble.
Now, she had said about a week or so ago that the dog had a spider bite. And she had to clean it up and it was oozing and stuff. I wonder how that's doing.
And I take care. Right. And yet, if you turn your TV on to most of the Red Rum Mystery channels, then you get to see that a lot of that is based off of people that were in homes.
I think that old Tracy has took a little pain lettuce, if you know what I mean.
I hate the fear factor that is being pushed. And so I just wanted to bring the truth to y'all while I'm living here and showing you how it's going.
But yet was just complaining that the man gave her 2 or 3 bottles of water and some popcorn and some dog food earlier. Now
I
she
am
needs
going to
water.
need to run out and get us some more water. I did not like the water here at this hotel tastes like a swimming pool. So I don't think I'm going to drink that water. So I might as well go get us a gallon of water that we can drink half of tonight and then have the other half for while we're hitchhiking tomorrow. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody on the road isn't, or that there isn't any bad people also on the road. There definitely is, but there is in every society. Every single walk of society, there are. Look at our politicians. Have any of those been arrested for doing criminal activities? I'm just asking to be informed here. So every part of our society has those that are good and those that are bad. I'm here to show you enlightenment that we are not all bad. We are not all out here abusing things. We're not abusing everyone. Everyone is not on the same page with abusing everyone. Some of us are just, rather than spread fear or spread everything is love and light, it's all cheer and light, I'm spreading truth. There is both sides in every walk of society, including here. I just happen to be usually a more cheerful face that is delivering the message. Yes, definitely.
What the hell is she talking about?
That's a very good point. Yeah, I've seen more of those. I didn't even know malls still existed. That's how long it's been since I've been in a mall. Until you turn the news on and then you see there is this flamingo dancer. Targeting people at the mall, and it's all going wrong, and it's on our public TV, but you can't say it here on TikTok. However, the news seems to run here on TikTok, and they're allowed to say it. I call that discrimination. But y'all can do whatever you want. I don't own the app. I'm just trying to figure out what rules y'all have now. When you let one segment do it, but you won't let the next segment do it, it's definite discrimination, just to tell you a definition or two. Right, me either. I didn't even know it was still a thing. I thought malls were now just online, and you go to these things like Temu and QVC and, those type of things. I didn't know people still went to food courts and stuff. I thought that was just me living in the 80s. I can't speak real words on TikTok, but a news channel can get on here and say every one of those words I'm not allowed to say.
An exhaustive investigation is launched. French and Indian officials collaborate in an attempt to solve
That's not how it works. This ring that's so pretty is already turning silver on the backside of it from me wearing it. It's not real. Oh, I also found this other one. But it was whenever I was helping clean up a parking lot. There was so much trash there. And it's just it's a spinner ring. And I found it on the ground too. It's not real either. If so, it wouldn't have this really bad weld in it. See that crack? Yeah, it's probably how it got there. Now, last night at that spot by the truck stop I slept, the real silver ring that I had on my first finger that came from the backside of a silverware with the T initial in it that I've had for years, that went flying off while I was making camp there, and I could not find it. You've been warned for saying an ordinary word? Huh. I'm not, because, that happens for a reason, and a sign of the end of the symbolism that ring carried. Sometimes you gotta watch words. But it was just a silver spoon ring. And my daughter had an identical silver spoon ring to it of a smaller spoon. And except hers didn't have the T engraved on it, but it was the same pattern of ring, and we both had one. Yeah, see, I have one earring, but not the other one. Actually, I have two earrings. I have a little pearl too, but nothing's. I have a little pearl too, but not the other side. That's kind of sad. My cartilage is gonna have a problem, huh? I have 7 holders that they liked the same gender, and I definitely did not warn my parents at all. And it was my support for them that I put it on the left side. They were going through a lot of society attacking them over it whenever they did come out as teenagers, including our mother. Love you, Puff. I'll behave. I promise. Probably the next person that camps there will find that ring, and I hope they do. I really don't hold anything of value. To me, the biggest value is that book that I'm writing, other than Bella. Other than myself and Bella, the book I'm writing is of the most value to me. However, the sleeping bag is nice and warm and light as well. My back. Oh. All right. I am here trying to do this for a minute longer. And then we're going to get in a bathtub, and then I'll be back later on tonight. Yeah, I don't know. It's a single wide sleeping bag, and she thinks that she needs to sleep in a ball. And so I had to keep straightening her butt out so that she would stop pushing me out of the zipper. Yes, I'm going to take a bath. I'm going to take a hot bath. I'll probably not get out of there for an hour. Maybe 2. I might just refill it back up and just do another hot bath. I'm not paying for the water. No, I don't carry that in my backpack, so I don't typically have it on me. Hot water is a blessing in its own. I don't need the extras also. Thank you for the gift. I mean, I'm sure that it would be nice to do, but to carry the extra things for the random chance that I get a hotel that night is just weight, salt weight. Oh, my back. I found something on TV that I'll watch. It's the History Channel. Lots of carbon dating, and they found swords. They found the entrance to one of the Mayan temples way away from the Mayan temple in the city of Mexico City. Yeah, Mexico City. And it had inscriptions on it. It had a deity on it with body parts all strewn about at her feet, and it's History Channel that I am telling you about. And so it was a pretty good program whenever I first got in, telling you about. And so it was a pretty good program. Whenever I first got in here, I turned it on, and that was what I learned a little extra today. I also learned about the 80,000 human walls in the pyramids, the Mayan temple pyramids. I didn't know about all that. Yeah, it is. And then they're like, but then the Spanish came in here and brought disease and all this, and I'm like, somebody need to put a little bit of on the uh-huhs, because I mean 80,000 of the human means that nobody else could challenge them, and that they were definitely taking out others. That's truth. Yeah, so I mean, we may not know the full history. We just know the wonderful parts of it that we uncover and I don't know if I love the history or not, but I definitely am becoming very aware of what we don't want to repeat again. That is not the future that I want to see, so let's watch the past and try not to make the same things happen again. I usually like the Animal Planet as well. Oh, and HGTV. Those are things that I like. Probably from my clothing choices, you can tell that I would like the designing of the houses choice. One day I'll be able to do all of that stuff. I just haven't been found yet, so I'm still going and I'm still trying to be found.
German positions in Normandy prior to the DDSR.
All right, am I ahead of everybody's time in this time zone here? I think I am, for at least most people's. So if I did go take a bath and come back on live, people would still be awake. It's 4 there? Woo-wee, you're early. Well, I didn't get any more instruction than that. That's where I'm going off of. God said, until I'm found. So that's the instruction, honey. I can't tell you more than I know. Half the times that I have felt like I was going in a good direction and then it turned around and it went bad. I didn't know that was going to happen either, you know. Australia, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Y'all are just getting your day started, and you're tomorrow. I'm Saturday. So what's it like in the future? Can I get those lottery numbers? Turn the American news on and see if you can get me those lottery numbers. That is awesome cool. I used to have a friend from New Zealand, but whenever I got divorced, he got custody of the friends. I mean, not divorced. Whenever I ran. Every day is a rich tapestry. It's up to you to make it a masterpiece. Beautiful. Oh man, now you sound like a whole different Lucas. Guys, if my back and shoulders didn't hurt right now, I would be jumping up and down that we got a little bit further and we're inside. And at this hotel behind me is a sliding glass door. So if you have dogs at this hotel, they put you where your courtyard is a sliding glass door so that you can just walk your dog right out the door. Oh, then I must be one of the optimistic ones because that's what I used to do is build the airplanes. What do you mean, aw, Bella? She's just asleep. Leave me alone, Mom. I'm asleep. Oh, I'm gonna have to wake her up and go walk down to a gas station or something where we can get some more water. Well, whenever I got in here, see, look, this is what I did. I got in here, I put her food and water out, and then I put my suitcase over there. I went to the bathroom and I jumped online so that I could make sure you knew that I was okay, Kit Kat. I got your messages and I was just like, okay, I've got to get online so that they're not worried. So I really haven't even settled in myself. All I did was take the overshirt off because we're inside now. Whenever we're sleeping outside, that harness does not come off. She's attached to me with her leash, some way, shape, or form. I woke up on the bus even once, and I didn't have her leash attached to me. So she was sitting on the seat across the hall from me. That was the only bus that there wasn't somebody on it that was afraid of dogs. So I'm glad it was that bus that taught me a lesson. Yeah. I fell asleep across the seat and I made her sleep on the floor. And once I was asleep, she got up and went across to sleep if I fell asleep on the bus. She was like, Mom does it.
4 years later, a German researcher from Senegal makes a surprising discovery about this mysterious weather station. As Seneca started the research files, he finds one that is labeled.
My daughter said that she took my granddaughter to get her ears pierced today because she's been begging for it. And they said, well, you need her birth certificate to. We're registering ear piercing now? So they wouldn't do it. She didn't bring a birth certificate to Claire's to get her. So they wouldn't do it. She didn't bring a birth certificate to Claire's to get her ears pierced. So my granddaughter, they were talking to me on the phone and she's pretty upset that Mom finally gave in, said she could do it. And the place said, no, we can't. They're requiring birth certificates. I was like, just borrow a birth certificate if somebody else is in there getting their ears pierced. They're not recording it. They're just going, okay, yes, that'll work if I'm committing a crime. And she was like, I need to find out if there's anything wrong with you. And I was like, this does that? But she didn't stop until after I picked up the phone on live and went, you're on live. What is the problem here? Am I committing a crime? And then she got turned back around, walked back to. No, I blocked them. They're smart asses. I raised them. Smart asses. I raised them.
So they take it right. Start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home at Joanna Gaines, and Clark and Kensington.
Is it frozen again? It's not moving again. Maybe I should just call that a live since it's over an hour already. And I'm a drama buster. Yes, you are. Hi, Ralph. Can't catch a full sentence. No. All right, guys. I need to walk down the road, get us some water for tonight to have some drinking water. And then come back and take me a nice hot bath and be done with the walking for one night. I am glad I'm safe and smiling too. Thank you so much, everybody that has helped make this happen and participate. I do appreciate all of your donations that have helped me. And I'm over excited that we got to move a little bit further today, even though it was half the day gone standing there again. It did happen and we moved a little bit. No, I was not able to stand all day. You can sit when you're on the side, and then whenever you're feeling better, get back up and stand. So I do that. Is exactly how you interpret things, but there is a truth to it. So if you stick around and get to know me and watch things, you'll see. I am not able to just stand there for hours. It is not possible. I do have to squat down and use the guardrail as a back brace or walk down the ramp so that I can lay out in the field for a minute or 2 or 30. There are challenges with it. Yeah. It's not just a constant standing there with my thumb out for 8 hours. That's not what's going on. I don't like to show my hardest times here on TikTok, but I have there at the same time that I'm showing that part so that I'm not being yelled at about what I'm doing. The others will come on here and go, "Oh, you're soaking up sympathy." So there is no winning in this situation. There are different viewpoints, and those viewpoints are going to contradict each other. So no matter what my truth is, their truth is in their head. I'm not able to change minds, nor am I a mind reader. All right, to some people, maybe I can be. All right, I love you guys. I'm gonna get off this phone and go find us some water, take Bella for a walk, and get in this bathtub. I might have a tear or two, but y'all won't see it. There are gas stations everywhere here. I love you. I love you too. And Kit Kat, don't worry so much. I'm fine. I'm gonna be fine. God has me. He's got the whole. See y'all in probably an hour and a half, maybe that late. Maybe. That puts it at about 9 my time. Right now it's 7:16.